Not only did we have the chance to showcase the hottest metal from Frankfurt, we also had the opportunity to meet the biggest names in business. And among them is Adrian von Hooydonk, Head of Design at the BMW Group. How are you, Adrian?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us and for showcasing your awesome works. Tell us about this, the new BMW i Vision Dynamics.
Well, BMW i is a brand that we have created a number of years ago. Actually, I think it was 3 Frankfurt Motor Shows ago for our new mobility, electric or hybrid mobility. And this is how we want to continue with that brand. A car that, of course, is very sleek, elegant, dynamic looking, will have a very useful range of about 600 kilometers. Will go well over 200 kilometers an hour. So a car that we think will allow us to expand the BMW i brand considerably.
Fantastic. Now, how soon before we see some of the elements from this car filter into the mainstream BMW models?
Well, BMW i brand is sort of our incubator for all things new technologies and also new design elements. This show car is actually previewing a vehicle that we are working quite hard on to get into production in the next couple of years. So you will be able to see a lot of this on the road in the next 5 or 6 years or so.
So Adrian, is this a precursor to the next 3 series?
No, it will be something that we will add to the BMW i brand. The next 3 series is coming next year, so we have already finished the design on that one.
Now, of course, this isn't the only concept BMW unveiled here. They also took the wraps of the X7 and the Z4. Tell us more about those.
Well, the next couple of years for the BMW brand, we're rolling out at least 6 new vehicles to the dealerships, and with that we have decided to do a next chapter, a big step in the design language for the BMW brand. And here at the Frankfurt Motor Show we are previewing that in the shape of 3 concept cars, the Z4, the 8 Series and the X7. And that is a pretty good indication of what the whole BMW brand is going to look like in a year or so.
So just elaborate a bit more on this, this next design direction. It wouldn't be remiss to say that a lot of the concepts today look the same. Are we going to be living in a future where everyone drives pod-like cars that are autonomous and electric?
Well, in our form language for the BMW brand, we're going to clean things up. The next chapter in our BMW form language will be cleaner. Fewer lines, but the lines that we will have will be sharper, crisper. The same is true for the interior. It will be a lot cleaner. Cars will become intelligent. And with that intelligence, you will need fewer buttons and switches. So overall, a cleaner and we think more sophisticated look for the BMW brand. Electrification is something that is growing and it will not stop. So you will see more and more of that. But that for us doesn't stand in the way of emotional and sexy design.
Okay. Why are those kidney grills getting so big?
With the grille, you're going to see a lot more variation from us because we feel that each of our cars should have a very clear and identifiable character of its own. You should be able to recognize in the rear view mirror not only that it's a BMW but also what kind of BMW. And that's why, for instance, on the Z4 we have very low slung wide kidneys, and on the X7 we have fairly vertical tall kidneys. If you look in our history, our past 100 years, you'll see all of that. You'll see wide and tall and everything. So the history provides us with that context and possibility, and with that you can actually pull the faces of the cars further apart, and that I think will offer the customer much more choice.
So talk us through where your career began and your progression at the BMW Group.
Well, I studied industrial design in Holland, where I'm from. And the car industry was just a dream because Holland doesn't have any car industry. So I started working as an industrial designer. Then I went back to school, studied car design for a year. And after that I actually landed the job at BMW, and that's now going to be 25 years that I've been with this company. Never a boring day because with our brand portfolio, Rolls-Royce, Mini, BMW and BMW motorcycle, and I'm now responsible for all of that. I've had a very interesting set of projects and jobs to do. That's why I'm still here. I enjoy driving. all of our team, our design team and also our engineering team enjoy driving. So that is why I think there's a very good understanding between designers and engineers, and that actually makes this a very, very good company to work for, to do design for. Plus BMW is always looking to improve on its engineering or its design. So we're very forward looking, and that's what you want as a designer.
What's your favorite design at the moment in the current BMW lineup?
Well, that's a difficult question because favorite design is probably always the one that's going to be next. But I do like the i8 quite a lot because it's such a radical departure. It is a car that is now on the market for almost 3 years. It's doing very well in the market, and I think it transformed people's idea of electric mobility, and it probably also opened a few doors in terms of design that we didn't even know were there. And that influence is beginning to now go into the mainstream cars as well.
And how about your favorite BMW classics?
Our BMW classics, I have a lot of favorites. I love the M1. I love a 3.0 CSL. I love a BMW 2002. I love a 503. So mainly the sportier type of cars, the coupes, and those are also the cars that have influenced our design language the most over the years.
Now tell us about your least favorite BMW designs over the years.
Well, I don't know. I mean, BMW has been successful over the years. The company has grown and grown. And of course, BMW had some bigger successes and some smaller successes. But each of these cars now have become classics. And when I meet owners of these classic cars, they absolutely love these vehicles. And I understand why, because every one of our cars out of the past has such a strong character, and the passion that was there then in the engineering and in the design team, you can still see in these classic cars. So I don't want to talk badly actually about my colleagues from the past few years, and I hope that they don't talk badly about me in the next year. So I don't know. I think that BMW has always done cars for people that are passionate about driving, and that still shows.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
I get my inspiration actually from a lot of things. I get inspiration, of course, from our history and heritage. I get inspiration from driving, which I love. I get inspiration from traveling, from talking to people, from other creative fields like architecture, industrial design, or art. And all of that sort of leads to new creations.
Well, thank you for your time, Adrian, and yes, definitely a lot to look forward to from BMW in the future.
Thank you.